We're on.
Awesome. Well, today we're going to be talking a little bit about you today, John. So I thought I would kind of like set us off and ask us, because I know that you've got some exciting plans ahead, and I would love to know more about it. I'm sure everybody else would love to know more about it. So let's have a discussion about your recalibration retreat. Tell me, what is a recalibration retreat?
That's an interesting question. And it's something that's not particularly very easy to describe, because it's an experience. It's what I've discovered, and through my own journey and what I've gone through is, well, let me ask you a question first, Terril. So when you go to retreat, or you've been to a few, what's been your intention when you go to these retreats, or what have you been to?
Well, I've been on a yoga retreat last year, and I've got another one booked this year. And for me, it's about having some peace in my mind to be able to relax, chill out, reconnect with my body, and be a bit more present and mindful in what I'm doing, so that I come back feeling a bit more energized than before I went.
And what could you have? What would be missing from that? Or what could be missing from that? What would you like to add?
Well, I think when it's a yoga retreat, all you're doing is yoga. So it would be nice to have some other alternatives. To I mean, I'd always love to go swimming. So if there'd been a possibility to go swimming somewhere, be it the sea or be it in a lake or something, or other activities maybe. I mean, perhaps looking at, where are you at, where would you like to be, maybe, some coaching to kind of to get you to think about where your life is at this minute in time and where you would like to perhaps go, or some goals that you might want to achieve, to get you thinking about those kind of things, really. Some meditation. I mean, we do some meditation, not a lot. So maybe some more meditation or things like that.
Yeah, and it's interesting you bring that up, because that's kind of what I've discovered as well. There's some great retreats out there. There's we say ones you can do with yoga. There's meditation retreats. Workshops you can do. There's I know I've even I met somebody the other day that went for a silent retreat. So the whole time they spent there was silent.
I don't think I can manage that, John.
Exactly. And also, there's breathwork retreats, you can go, and which is really great for oxygenating sort of stuff. And there is so many out there. And what I discovered, to really transform, you need all of the elements, to give you an opportunity to actually reconnect with oneself. So what I've developed here now is and it's in Cornwall on the hilltops looking over the sea. It's just stunning. So yeah, you can get your sea swimming in there, Terril. So there's an opportunity there, but to actually then so we can it's close enough but a remote enough away to give you an opportunity to actually really look at your life and what do you want from it and how do you want to create it. And within that, then we've got yoga for our body to keep ourselves moving. So we've got some great organic food. We've got a fire circle, so we spend some time sharing, actually, discovering actually what's the intention of coming here, and also then what's the intention of when they leave, of when you leave. And I've also got a breathwork instructor coming in as well. So we're going to be doing, that as well. All coupled then with the coaching, that's some deep coaching as well. And opportunities to spend one-to-one time as well to craft out the vision of what's next in your life, of what's next, of what you actually want, and how to actually achieve it.
Sounds fantastic, John. I'm just wondering, what is this something? Is this kind of vision that you've had for a long time then to do a retreat, or is this something that you've experienced and you came up and thinking that they didn't offer you everything that you needed? What's brought it all on?
A bit of both. I went on a retreat for the first time in July last year, and experienced the transformation of an awakening with breath work and some really deep coaching, and found that incredibly impactful for me. It was very short though, and I think and it was great. It was for what it was, but it was quite short. And the benefit that I saw from it, then started to develop my own breath work, then started to do some yoga, and found the difference in my body, my whole body as well. So it's kind of encapsulating everything that I do on a daily basis, and the way that I live my life, to allow people to experience that, because then, and to give people some tools, I think, some action, try some tools that may help them, may help them. Well, I think it will help anybody, really, to be honest, to have that calmness, to when you can control your emotions, you don't get so fired up, or if it's really stressful situation, you've got some tools to actually be able to navigate that. You can have this when you're working together, especially on the one-to-one, and some reflection, you can learn how to then craft that vision, to have this clarity of knowing where you're going to be, where you want to be. And the interesting thing is, it's like this time last year, I think it was, or maybe about 12 months ago, I was in West Wales, and I decided to craft my own future, and wanted to live on the harbour, in Plymouth, in Devon, and to be able to explore Devon and Cornwall more, and have a retreat, and have a successful coaching business. And this weekend, I've just moved into my own apartment,
awesome.
Overlooking the harbour. So it's
all coming to fruition by the sounds of it.
Yeah, because it's something that I've manifested, but also I've created. I've put things into create, and at times, a lot of people we just go through life and expecting the same thing to happen, or something to happen, and it doesn't. So it's something that we really I want to be able to offer to people, that this is available.
So would you say then that your retreat would offer people this ability to be able to create this future that manifests what their dreams and aspirations? And would you say that would give them that opportunity to do that?
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. It's what I do when I work with my clients anyway, but it's given that extra level. It's going deeper than that, because you're doing your own work with the yoga, with the nature, to be able to disconnect completely, to create, to give yourself some space, if you look behind me, there's blank, it's blank space, that's what you need to then create stuff.
Yeah, you do need space.
Something's created from nothing. So we need to create nothing first.
And what could somebody expect then from on a typical day in the retreat? You got an idea how it would run? What
yeah,
doing?
Yeah. So I want to say this is lightly, because it may look to change, because I like to be fluid, depending on what the needs are of the group. Because this is really important. It's not to be so structured that you're actually losing the whole point of what you're there.
Totally.
To reconnect with each other. So the intention is to obviously get up in the morning. We can have some meditation, and excuse me, and then some breakfast. After that, then some time to clean and do what you need to do, and then do some yoga mid-morning. And then from there, we can have some lunch, and in the afternoon, there's either some breath work that we're going to do, or we might go for a meditation walk, may go for a swim, and all of the whole time there's going to be sort of coaching involved. So and what the main intention, I think, for all of this is to prepare people to get ready to do some transcending.
Yeah.
To find their body wisdom.
And is that, if for people to understand, can you elaborate a little bit on transcending to give people that haven't heard of it before what that?
Yeah, so it's a process that we go through to really disconnect from our heads and into our bodies more, to then actually realign the two of them. And I do it nearly on a daily basis, when, especially if there's something I'm fearful of, something, I wrote this morning about actually everything that I'm fearful over my whole life, and things that stop me. And even doing this retreat, it's like, am I fearful of doing this retreat? Yes, I am, but I know deep in my soul, and going through this, that this is important. This is important, and it's important to help others to be able to live a life that they can choose, and have to go back to these. And the thing is to be able to go back to these tools and skills that they'll learn, in times of need, and also in times of abundance as well.
So they can use everything that they learn going forward, can't they? I mean, that's the idea, isn't it? To take them away and continue to use them. Okay, so for me, being a bit of a foodie and probably a bit fussy with food, is that, what's happening with meals? Are they provided? Do people provide their own?
No, yep, absolutely. Good question. Being on a retreat as well, that one of the participants found it very difficult to, because there wasn't enough food. So yeah, it's all going to be brought in. We've got a chef there that's bringing it all in. And it's going to cater for everybody as well. It's so if you're a vegan, there's going to be vegan food there. If you're not, and and you eat meat, that's okay too. There's going to be opportunities for that to eat meats as well. Because again, we want to be inclusive. And that's the thing is, I know. If somebody said to me that you can't drink coffee for 3 or 4 days, I'd be a bit sort of edgy. And it's the same thing as if you're used to eating meat, then there'd be an opportunity there as well, to add something to that or what have you. But yeah, so it's all and it's all locally. We want to bring it in, so it's all local. And nice organic food as well. So again, nurturing our whole body to reconnect.
Important, isn't it?
To reconnect to it. So and again, the intention after the actual retreat is to give you support as well. So it's not just right on a Monday morning when everyone goes, all right, see you later. I hope you had a great time. Please review me on whatever, Trustpilot or whatever it is. Is to actually be here for you, to support you as well. Yeah,
that sounds great. And if they want to work with you on a one-on-one basis after that, I'm assuming that's a possibility too.
Yeah, we can have a conversation on how we can then, help you then keep that momentum going and create the dream that you want to create and live the life that you want to live.
And have you got specific people in mind for the retreat then? Is there specific people or struggles that people are having that it would suit?
That's a good question. I haven't specifically targeted, and because I'm not a marketeer, and I'm it's probably the why this is going out so late, because it's in June. But I'm not a marketeer, so I don't even like the word targeting people, having a specific demographic, because it's going to be beneficial to somebody who is ready to start looking at inside and looking at their self inquiry.
Yeah.
you know, to actually go, there's got to be more to life than this, you know, or I'm like so stressed out, I can't think, you know, I need some space. I need to create something for me. And if it's somebody who's looking for something, but they can't put their finger on it. There's something sitting inside them. They just can't put their finger on it. And this will help them discover that.
I think that might relate to a lot of people, John. I think there may, you know, be a lot of people that really could do with that retreat. Really, you know, it would benefit so many people, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, and you know what, and that's why we're sort of. I mean, we could easily do that for many people, as you say. But again, to make it really intentional and the impact, we're keeping it really small. You know, it's only available to 10 people.
Okay.
And that's it. Because again, I think bigger than that, you lose the closeness,
the intimacy. I would say so. It's kind of that. Yeah, you're right.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah, and also on that as well, Terril, you know, it's like one of those spaces as well is reserved as a scholarship.
Oh, wonderful!
Because it's you know, our values as well is to be able to offer it to everybody. And I know not everyone's going to be able to afford this, so you know, it's going to be for, you know, so if somebody knows of somebody, they'll be really beneficial for this, you know, then we've got, you know, a process in place to look at doing a scholarship as well, because it's really, you know, the lot of work that I do, you know, is pro bono, you know, because it's part of who I am as well, to help others, you know, who can't afford it, and that's what I do as well. So.
Sounds really good and really kind, isn't it, to offer that kind of facility? That's wonderful, John. And what about when people want to kind of, if they want to know a bit more about it or are interested, what do they need to do?
So first and foremost, probably just connect with me, and just ask any questions that you may have. I'm more than happy to do that. I am having a few more things sort of come out in the future as we go, but just connect and let's have a conversation, and we'll just see if it's right for you. Because you know, I want to make sure that's the right people that really want to be there, because then you'll get the most out of it, you know, and the group will get the most out of it as well with, you know, the right people. You know, if you wish to just sit in the sun, you know, and drink cocktails, it's not the retreat for you.
No.
You know, that's what's happening. So.
And what's the dates? Have you got the dates in?
Yes, so it's the 9th to the 12th of June. So it's only, I don't know how many weeks it is, 10, maybe 12 weeks away, something like that. So so it's over a long weekend. Come on a Friday afternoon, go home Monday morning. So it's a nice length of time. And you say we're on the hilltops of Cornwall, overlooking Kingsand and Cawsands. I don't know if you know where that is.
I know Cornwall's beautiful, isn't it?
Know. It is. It's stunning, and the beautiful dome tents that we're in as well. So and a big bell tent to eat. So the setting is absolutely gorgeous. And it's just going to be. The great thing is it's not too remote. It's not so remote that it's, you know, that it's in the back of beyond, but it's accessible, but it's remote enough to actually get that sense that you're the only ones there.
Sounds absolutely wonderful, John. I think I might put my name down to come along. Sounds absolutely great. Is there anything else that I've not asked, do you think, that I've missed that we need to know, that you think people need to know?
As I say, I'm not a marketeer, you know, so it's not something that look, if you just got any questions and you just want to have a conversation about it, then just let's have a conversation. That's, you know, I'll answer any questions about it. It's, you know, as I say, it's just going to be a great time and a great experience. And yeah, I think you get some great value and be able recalibrate your life. I mean, and that's the thing is, you know, I looked up the word recalibration and the real sort of meaning of it, and it goes back to the French and then I think Latin words of caliber, and you know, and caliber is about status, you know. So ultimately, you're changing your status. So if you're looking to change your status, you know, whether that be in your relationship or in your business or in your life, and how you want to live, then that's what it's designed to do.
Sounds just like you can't miss it, John. Sounds wonderful.
Yeah. Well, if you know, again, and also look, if anyone knows of anybody who's be beneficial for, then yeah, put them in touch, you know, and then we'll go from there.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Good luck with it, John. I shall be sharing it with my friends if anybody would be interested as well.
Cool. Thank you very much. Good. So yeah, so thank you all, guys, and nice and short and sweet this week.
Yeah.
We'll speak to you again soon. All right then. Thanks, Terril.